What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Football Capital and welcome back to another Premier League review show. Joined with Rami. He finally made it.
I made it, guys.
The GPS wasn't working or something.
Nah.
I haven't moved house yet.
Nah.
I'm still at the same place.
I was helping you carry your TV inside the house.
But yes, guys, we are back for another week of the review show. Well, some of the results from this week.
Wow. I think there's obviously one
Where's Fedi today? Where's... No, I can't find him anywhere. What happened? Yes, Liverpool has finally lost the game.
Yep.
That's going to be one of our major talking points.
Absolutely.
Of today. But look, we'll start off with the first game that kicked off the round. And the last review show, we spoke about how all these relegation battling sides are going to step it up.
Yep.
And
they have.
Norwich this week beats Leicester City. I think they were second, third around there at the beginning of the game week. And 1-0. They go down.
Did I not tell you guys at the peak of Leicester, when they were peaking against our phones, when Leicester was peaking, that they
could drop out?
I think they're still going to drop out of the four. I'm sticking with my guns, honestly.
Yeah, I think maybe there's a possibility that you could be right.
It was momentum that was carrying him, and now it's dropped off.
And Norwich gets that, and it's that was a very important victory, especially with some of the games they got coming up, and some of the games that the teams around them have.
Yep.
This was a big, huge 3 points for them.
You know what? This season has been the relegation zone has been more entertaining than top four this season. Honestly,
it's done.
It's not done yet. Liverpool lost.
But
They've got to win 4 out of their last 10.
You
never know.
But the thing as well with the Norwich and Leicester game, that was on the Saturday morning, so they played before anyone else, and Norwich winning kind of put pressure on the rest of the teams.
Yep. And
then we saw some of the other results as well with the early kickoff on the Saturday with Crystal Palace and Brighton as well, 1-0 to Palace there. Palace have been doing okay this season.
They've been mid-table.
So have Brighton, to be honest. They go in patches. They go good for a while and then slip up the couple of games.
Beginning of the season were great, and they've dropped off. They pick up. They
draw and beat Chelsea, these big games, and then when you come to at home as well, which is a big disappointment for them.
But this season in general has been like that. The smaller clubs pulling results against the big, and then they give us other small clubs, and they're dropping off. So it is like that this season. But like you said, I think Crystal Palace have been quite consistent, fairly consistent this year, sitting mid-table throughout most of the season. It's what you expect from someone like Crystal Palace. Yeah, obviously they'd like to get in the Europa spot. I think that's most.
Oh, that will be there. Yeah, that will be there.
That's just ideal. But yeah, if you see, Crystal Palace have stepped it up, and we saw Jordan Ayew again in the scoreboard. With
Palace, like, what's going on with Zaha? He hasn't really been outstanding as the previous seasons. I know this at the start of the window, he was pushing to go to Arsenal.
Yeah,
wanted to go to a bigger club.
That always affects a lot of pre-season.
Do you think it's still affecting? Because he hasn't. I don't think he's nowhere. Has he even scored 5 goals this season?
Look,
I don't even think he has.
I kind of see where he's coming from. No matter what club he played for, he played for the club, play properly. Yeah. But we don't know what happens behind the scene.
To be honest, I don't think he's not putting effort. Like he's still playing. He's still getting assists. He's getting major penalties and all that. He's winning them, but these goals that he usually scores.
But I do believe he belongs in a bigger club than Crystal Palace. He's a quality talent. But then again, they do have likes like Ayew, Benteke, these guns that are in the team. I don't know, man. Maybe he shows a bit of lack of professionalism. Who knows? I don't know if the preseason transfer in the talks affected him.
To be honest, it's 10 games left and he hasn't really been the Zaha that. No. Maybe, if Arsenal did get him and he was performing like that for 80 million, that would have been a poor sign. That probably would have been one of the worst signings that probably Arsenal have ever made.
I think he would have done better than
Yeah, maybe with the players around him as well.
He would have done better than Pepe even, to be honest.
Yeah, you never know. But look, they're the first 2 games that kind of kicked off the game week. We had a few more games. Now, to be honest, I didn't really watch Saturday night, Sunday morning games.
Yeah, not many of them.
Didn't get a chance to, but we'll just touch on some of the results.
But again, we over to the next game. We spoke about these relegation battling teams, and Bournemouth pull a point against Chelsea.
And I actually put a sports bet 2-2 draw.
Chelsea
and do you know why? The last couple of seasons, Bournemouth have it over Chelsea. Remember, I think it was last year they beat them 4-0. The year before, they smashed them as well. So I think Bournemouth is their bogey team. But
what's going on? What's happened to Chelsea? Chelsea were this team that were killing it. They were pushing. Lampard's buzzing, and then they just dropped.
Look, at the start of the season, there was no expectations for him. We spoke about that with the transfer ban coming in. Didn't get to buy no players, so they brought the young players in. We all know that. They got the ban lifted. They didn't recruit.
Yeah.
Playing Champions League, midweek games, FA Cups, Carling Cups and all, or EFL Cups, whatever it's called. There's a lot of games and a lot of tired legs. And I think now you're starting to see it. We saw when we seen when Mason Mount gets injured, Tammy Abraham's still injured. They don't really have them goal scorers. And
I think Tammy Abraham, Mount getting, especially Abraham.
And we saw a couple of weeks ago when Chelsea played United. Bash White is just not doing it up front. You know what I mean?
Tammy Abraham was buzzing for him. He was killing it, and now
he's injured, and then they're lacking. I mean, look, Alonso, the guy that was not playing at all at the start of the season, we're questioning what the hell is going on.
We've been saying it from the very beginning. You start Azpilicueta as a right back, or as a 2 and 5 as your outlet in the back line, and you got someone like Alonso who's absolute quality, who was, I think, the most expensive defender in fantasy last year. Yeah. He was like 7-point-something million. And then you have him on the bench. And look, it tells you why. I mean, the guy got man of the match. He deserves it.
With the 2 goals.
And it clearly tells you why. You got a defender like that who can go forward and attack that well and defend. And he scores 2 goals and he proves it. And we've been saying it all year. Why is he not playing?
But then again, where's the rest of the team? I mean, like, they were lucky to escape. I think when he scored 5 minutes to go, almost 85th minute or something, he scored the win equaliser. And I think it's a shame that that Bournemouth didn't get all the 3 points.
But you know what's quite disappointing is senior players like Willian. Willian hasn't really stepped it up much. I think Pedro's been
hasn't been the same.
Injured or hasn't been the same. Or
he's been injured, and then I think he's maybe struggled to come back into it.
But these are the senior players you look for. Yeah, you look for Willian and Pedro to be lifting the team up. They're not.
I mean, look,
I still think Loftus-Cheek should be getting a proper run in the squad. He doesn't. I think he's an absolute talent. We saw for England.
I think when he picked up that injury at the start of the season, maybe that's affected him a little bit. You don't know how he's full. If he's back to full fitness, like properly, we had like Giroud. We all know that he wanted to leave in January. Didn't happen for him. But he's come on, and I think if they do use Giroud, it's a great option to have. I mean, he's one of their better strikers. Whoever's out of the rest of them there, but we've seen Kepa not playing at all. The last couple of games, it's been Caballero in goal. You know Caballero Cup in goals.
I reckon honestly, it's a inexperienced personality attitude kind of thing with Kepa, because you know what we saw in the previous manager who was telling him come off, and he's like, no, I'm not coming off.
Yeah,
it's got to be something like that. But look, on the flip side, let's talk about Bournemouth for a second. Yeah, we spoke about players like King, Wilson, and Fraser dropping off this season, and they showed up this game. It's good seeing Ryan Fraser back forming again.
King back from injury. I know he was almost maybe about to sign for United, but do you think it's enough? It's enough for them now. I mean, with 10 games to go, do they have the firepower? Because I don't know what their games look like. I don't think they got great games, to be honest.
To give you some perspective, there's 3 teams right now equal in 27 points. Bournemouth, one of them. It's just so hard, man. This bottom 3, I can't call it, honestly. I reckon Norwich will go down. But even them, they're not far off. They're 6 points out of getting out of the bottom 3. You just can't pick it. It's so tough at the moment. You honestly look at Everton, who's on 37 points. They're coming 11th, yeah? They are literally 10 points from the relegation zone, and they're coming 11th. That is what the league is this year. It's just an absolute joke.
Oh, yeah, you're right there.
It's so tough.
But then it all comes down to what teams. I know West Ham won 3-1. 3-1 was it? Yeah, 3-1 to Southampton. But then their running is absolutely shocking coming up after this. I think they got maybe Liverpool. They might have City somewhere in their Arsenal. So they got the hardest fixtures now coming up.
Yeah.
And they're hovering above that spot. Yeah. And like you said, if Norwich wins these couple of games and West Ham lose, what happens then? West Ham in the relegation zone. So this is how tight it is. And it's going to get interesting to see what happens in the next couple of games too. So especially for some of these teams. But look, we've finishing off with Chelsea. I don't know, very inconsistent. United beat them. Then I think they got they beat Tottenham, lost to Bayern Munich 3-0 in the Champions League, and then dropping points again. Very inconsistent. So,
but if we look back, like I don't know, let's get back 10 rounds or so. The distance between United and Chelsea on the ladder was
almost
ridiculous.
10 points. Yeah,
it's now 3 points, and United's now 3 points from top 4.
So are you saying City can catch Liverpool?
Absolutely. You know what? Coronavirus will
stop.
No.
Stop the league.
Over to the next game. We won't go too in depth about Newcastle and Burnley, 0 or draw. I guess both sitting in similar places on the ladder.
Burnley's a bit higher, I think. Burnley's in the top half.
They are actually. You're right. They are a bit higher. You're right. But I mean, again, we talk about top half of the ladder, but look at the point difference. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You got Burnley. You got Burnley on 38. You got Burnley on 38 and Newcastle on 32. 6 point difference. That's only 2 wins. This is what I mean by the ladder. Yeah, you're like, you look at the ladder and like, there's so much further ahead, but really it's only 6 points. But look, someone like Nick Pope getting man of the match tells you a lot about the game.
He's been lately he's been stepping it up, and I think
he's brilliant.
It's either him or Henderson. They should be really getting looked at for the England's position instead of Pickford. He's been not that great of late.
Pickford was good against United this morning.
Yeah, but overall, the last couple of weeks, I think Pope, and especially Pope for me, has proved himself from last season coming into this season.
I take Pope instead of Henderson, to be honest.
Yeah, Henderson's still young.
I think Pope's
young too, but
I think he should be the English keeper. I think,
especially for the Euros, it's going to be for Gareth Southgate a big
absolutely big
task
asset
to who's going to put in as starting keeper.
Yeah, it's a big decision. But then we move across to West Ham at home to Southampton. We saw them win 3-1 to Southampton. Great result for the club.
Yeah, well, they needed a victory. I mean,
yeah, well, they're
hovering. They're hovering.
They're one of the 3 teams on 27 points.
I don't want West Ham to go down, but I'm worried for them, to be honest. I mean, they do have they got Arsenal next in the next round, and then moving over to the next, they got Wolves after that, followed by Spurs.
Yeah. And
then Chelsea. And then Newcastle. So like
it's so
that's what I mean. The next couple of games, they could be got to the game against West Ham, which is to the game against Newcastle, which they might be in the same position when they do versus each other.
Well, Newcastle
at the bottom of the league.
Yeah, Newcastle's 5 points away from them, so 32 to 27. And again, like I said just then, West Ham is one of the 3 teams that are equal on 27 points.
Yeah, so it's going to be interesting.
Sitting on the relegation.
Who do you guys think is now pole position to get relegated? This is going to be interesting running.
Look, I think Norwich and Aston Villa will go. I don't think Bournemouth will
go. I don't want Villa. Look, if Villa goes, we get Grealish. Maybe discount. Get the coupons in.
Buy one, get one free.
Buy one, get one free.
No, but I reckon Norwich and Aston Villa will go. I don't see them bouncing back much. But
Aston Villa's got a game in hand. So if they win that game in hand, they get out of that spot.
I still reckon they're going to go. I don't know. We'll see.
I hope not.
These are predictions. I don't know. But we'll see. For all we know, someone that's sitting in like 11th, like Everton would, but not Everton. I'm just saying. But look, again, I think Antonio is stepping it up again for West Ham as per usual. He's been one of the key players for them, and again, screwing them out of the match.
Haller again.
Yeah, he's hit and miss.
Off. Yeah, he's dropped off at the start. He was. I
had him in fantasy for 4 weeks. Didn't do anything. Took him off this week, and he scores. It's just
you're like a few times with him.
Yeah.
You took him off. You put on. You took Tammy Abraham for him, and Tammy started scoring now.
Yeah. He's injured. I took him off.
But look,
Antonio.
when you woke up Sunday morning and you check live score,
I rubbed my eyes 5 times. I won't lie to you, right?
Look, we know the league's done.
Yeah.
I mean, but the banter for Liverpool losing to Watford.
Yeah, I know.
The one where that guy.
Today's day.
The one where he's going in the change room and everyone's all the teams are dancing.
Put it on the screen.
No, that's look, Liverpool lost 3-0. Their run is over. I mean, 18 games in a row that they didn't lose. I think it was one. I think 18 games won in a row because after the draw.
How many days didn't they lose in? I think it was like something stupid, like 400 or something days or something.
Yeah, something ridiculous.
Something stupid.
And then out of everyone, Watford comes here and.
But you know what? Okay, despite the fact that Liverpool obviously lost 3 points and they've lost their undefeated run, how big of a win was that for Watford? Not because it was Liverpool only, but because of their position right now.
Oh, 100%.
They're one of 3 teams on 27 points.
Yeah.
Had they lost against Liverpool,
they sit bottom. Yeah, they sit bottom. Look. look, regardless, we all know who's going to win the league. I'm not going to say which team it is, but we all know. But look, the banter's funny. Liverpool lost. Everyone had a laugh. The memes were cracker.
I've never seen Arsenal fans come out in my life. The amount of invincible trophies.
They just lost to Olympiacos, got knocked out of Europe, and he's coming now. And this Watford beating Liverpool is your biggest victory this season.
It is so funny. In years. Honestly, I saw so many photos from 2003, 2004. I haven't seen that team photo.
We've seen that last year. Remember last year when City beat Liverpool and stopped their run? The gold trophy's back.
Wow.
Unbelievable.
Fans, but wake up to yourselves. It's a 1 goal trophy. It's equal to 1 league. Get over it.
That's it. But look, I don't know. I'll be the same if when last year when City didn't win Champions League,
as much as
they lost the treble or the quadruple, whatever you want to call it.
As much as I cannot stand Liverpool, I kind of want them to get invincible only for that one reason, that it was the one thing that Arsenal had. Like, take it away from them. They haven't won Champions League. They haven't whatever. But look,
at the end of the day, it does show how hard it is to go undefeated. So you got to give to Arsenal.
Wasn't like 12 draws.
Yeah, 12 draws, but still, like to say you didn't lose in a season was a big achievement.
Yeah, and then United broke you.
Get over it. He's a shit. Lost to Limia.
Nah, but look, it is a huge achievement. Of course, the Invincibles is a huge shit. That squad they won it with they won the league with was ridiculous. They haven't won it since, but what a squad it was. I'm just dropping bombs here. But Watford.
But what happened to Liverpool this game? Because I watched that back. I watched the highlights back. I mean,
I watched the full game again afterwards.
It's like
I had to watch it again.
I think I've said this before. It's like Space Jam, where the other team just takes the talent of some of the players, because Van Dijk was shocking. Alexander-Arnold. I mean, you pretty much assisted Watford. I mean, you've been doing that all year, assisting, and you assist the other team. But look, you do get these days. It's so hard to keep the same performances week in, week out. I mean, it's just a loss. They're gonna go on to win the league.
Oh, they will, of course, and they deserve to.
It's just funny at the moment.
For someone like Watford, they would have been on 20.
And you saw Sarr when he scored both them goals, and then that dink over the top of Alisson, and then that Troy Deeney. You seen like that Troy Deeney goal? You know what it reminded me of, that Troy Deeney goal? Remember when they beat Leicester in the Championship to make it into the Premier League? Yeah. You know when Leicester missed the penalty, Watford went down the other end, and that Troy Deeney scored that goal. It was very similar. The scenes there were absolutely crazy. But Watford, you look, they got let's say who they got real quick, because their running might be compared to who was it, West Ham's. Let me see. Who am I talking about? Watford. They got Crystal Palace in the next game. Am I right? Yeah, they got Palace in the next game. Then they got Leicester. Another tricky game there. Burnley.
But it's
Southampton.
Yeah.
Then they got a hard one against Chelsea, but you never know, they could. And then Norwich.
Ooh, this relegation.
Watford are safe. Watford are safe.
Didn't we beat Watford 3-0?
Yeah, but we also lost to him. Thanks to David De Gea.
Listen, bro.
Speak about you soon.
Don't bring that up.
But we did beat him 3-0 a couple of weeks ago.
Huge. In all honesty, though, huge win for Watford. More so, a big loss for Liverpool. Not so much. They've still won the league anyway. But Watford would have been on 24 points. They would have been second last. They're now sitting 17th. They're still on the bottom.
Now their fixtures look good for them to get out of this relegation zone.
I don't think any fixtures good in the Premier League. I don't think any fixtures.
Yeah, on paper. But look, that was it. Moving on to the Monday morning games. Where do we go first? Tottenham played Wolverhampton. Jose Mourinho. I mean, do you know what? Yeah, if these results that Spurs were getting, and Mourinho was still in United, you'll be hearing it all day, every day. Look at the results he's getting here,
and no one's saying shit.
No one's saying anything.
Yep.
And this is what I said at the start when he went to Spurs was.
No pressure.
Not that there's no pressure. The expectations are not as big as United. You were 1-0 up, 2-1 up, and you still bottled
Look,
the
to
game.
be fair, you should be beating Wolves when you're Tottenham. I mean, on paper you should be, I guess. Wolves are still good. Quality. Yeah. Jimenez and Jota and Doherty, 3 players that he picked to step up or stepped up. But you know what? In Mourinho's defense and in Tottenham's defense, who have Tottenham signed in the last 2 seasons? Really, the squad has barely changed.
Yeah, and they do got injuries. Son, Harry Kane's still out.
Dele Alli's been very.
Dele Alli's been off.
Eriksen's
gone. Eriksen's gone now, so they're missing him. But But still, like
but what I'm
when you're
saying
talking
is
about,
even before he went, he was nothing this season.
yeah, that's
year.
it. But
All
like
year.
when you look at the grand scheme of things, Chelsea dropped points, so that was a massive game to get the 3 points and close the gap. One of the teams fighting for that fourth spot is Wolves. So beating Wolves and taking the points off them is another step for you to go to make the Champions League. But they couldn't do it. To be honest, Wolves should have been up a bit more as well. They should have scored a bit more goals as well. But look, they're signing that Bergwijn. He was fantastic again. He scored a great goal. Serge Aurier's goal was fantastic as well. He at least he did something right for a change instead of giving away penalties and red cards. But look,
I don't know, man.
Wolverhampton. I mean, they could. You probably predicted them winning the Europa League, and they could actually do it.
They could. I think I picked it on the BT back we did the BT Sport report.
So you never know. They look absolutely like at the moment the way they're gelling, and I think who they playing there.
But this is the thing. I said this last year. I think who they're versing.
They versed Espanyol. I think they versed Espanyol. Now they're versing
Olympiacos.
But you know, Wolves in the last round of the Europa League fielded more Portuguese players than Porto, Sporting, and Benfica. Interesting.
That's crazy. And
it's not. It's a rubbish stat, but it's an interesting stat.
But you know what's funny?
So funny.
And
look at all the Portuguese flags as well.
I swear. And look at the flag next to Mourinho.
Yeah, well, maybe he should have been on the other side.
But you know what, man? Honestly, when last season ended and Wolves had that brilliant season, I was the first person to say someone like Man United should be stripping Wolves of their players. That's a kind of club. You want to take Neves, you want to take Moutinho, you want to take Jimenez, you want to take Jota. These are players that you can have in these big clubs and have them sitting there. Just like Southampton's be getting stripped by Liverpool, just like all these clubs get stripped. Wolves is a team you could dead set strip their players and put them in a big club like United. I'm being dead set.
Oh yeah, and I'm very surprised why it didn't happen. Not anyone. Why didn't Neves go to like someone like City? City were interested. I mean, these players, depending where they go
even
to.
Tottenham should be stripping these players.
Yeah.
Like right now, I'm looking at these two lineups. I don't think Tottenham's lineup is better than Wolves' lineup. I dead set don't think it. I can't sit there and say Tottenham's team is much better than Wolves' team. It's not far off whatsoever.
No, it's not.
Honestly. And you know what? I reckon the fact that it's all Portuguese and it's bled through the team. I think that's a large
manager
chemistry.
As well.
Chemistry is huge.
Has been absolutely great.
But
for
they
him
came from the first division like that, and they kept it going, man.
and they kept their players too, which is fantastic. Plus their goalkeeper Patricio has been doing all right. Not as good as last season, but still he's been doing well.
Thank God they didn't take Bruno.
Oh yeah,
Fernandes. And speaking of Bruno, over to United. So yeah, Borcha, tell me, what do you think about this game, Everton United? Tell me.
Look, after all the games that happened during the week, it would have been great to get the result.
Yep.
Look, two minutes in and David De Gea, another mistake leading up to a goal. I think
he's made quite a few mistakes this year.
I've been saying it.
Huge mistakes.
Yeah, I've been saying it throughout the year as well, even a bit some of the games last season as well.
Yeah.
But look, 2 minutes in, he's made. I mean, look, he had all the time in the world to make a pass. He decided to go long, and
where was
Calvert-Lewin,
his mind? Where was it?
And Calvert-Lewin, what a great striker he's doing. All you kids out there should be always looking to put pressure on the keeper, because you never know that 1 out of 10 chance that you do pressure the keeper, you might get yourself a goal.
Absolutely.
But look, but to be fair, I've criticised De Gea all year pretty much. The last time he made the mistake against Everton last time when we gave him their own goal with Lindelof. Then after that horrible mistake from against Watford when we lost, and I was asking for him to be dropped. I don't think he should be dropped, because straight after that he did save us with a great save,
especially in the last second of the game.
The last second of the game as well. Oh. I mean, look, it is a lapse of concentration, and this is what I've been saying throughout the year when everyone's like, Ollie in, Ollie out. It's one mistake like that it's costing the team. Like, think about it. Some of the mistakes that even the penalties at the start of the year, that penalty crisis that we had, a few of them go in, and we're looking at third, second even.
Yeah, I know what you
know what I mean.
You can't blame De Gea's mistake on the manager.
On the manager, things like that. But to be fair,
you can't.
We're absolutely fantastic.
United were brilliant. But you know what?
I think we're fantastic. It's a shame we didn't get the 3 points.
To be fair, so was Everton.
Yeah,
I think Everton
and it was a
quality.
great game. I mean,
Everton
and
was
you can tell what Ancelotti has come in and what he's trying to do with the squad that he has.
But the commentator said it. This Everton stadium, Everton's fans love having United there because it's always a cracker of a game.
Yeah,
always.
And this was actually like, we dropped points. I mean, look, I think it could have. It's 2 points dropped for both teams.
I think so too.
Both teams had great chances to win it.
Yeah.
We saw after they scored, Matic hit the post, and another chance where he saved it.
I think Matic looked a bit better this game.
Yeah, Matic has been good. In
Much
the
better
last
this game.
games.
Yeah,
he's been absolutely good.
I think the likes of Fred and Bruno around him is doing good. McTominay around him is doing great. Greenwood got to start this game.
Yeah, look, him and Martial to
He
me.
shouldn't be starting. Greenwood's not a starting player yet. He's a player you bring on 60th minute.
Yeah,
give him half an hour.
It's all right. You're starting here and there. I still don't agree that he should start every game.
Nah.
But
what blows my mind the most out of the lineup, which really annoyed me and frustrated me, was
Lindelof.
Bailly not starting.
Yeah, I don't know why. Like Lindelof.
Is there something going on in the back? Is it because Bailly's close to Pogba? I don't know what it is.
I don't know.
I don't know what it is.
Look, when one thing I'll give him credit for Lindelof this game, when De Gea made the mistake, he grabbed the ball and goes, "Get over it, like let's go again and forget the mistake straight away." I mean,
and he almost broke Richarlison's leg in the first minute. That was good too.
But look, I definitely think that Bailly should be starting.
100%.
In my opinion, I think a lot of Man United fans would think the same.
Great defender.
But yeah, look, it was a fantastic game. Richarlison had a header to make it 2-1 as well. What's his name? Good. What's his name? Not Good Johnson. That's back in the day. What's his name?
I'm blank.
Go. Sigurdsson. Close. He hit the post from a free kick, and then they missed another great chance there.
Got a bit heated there as well between Davies and Maguire and Matic and Shaw. Got very heated there. Oh, I love seeing that, but that's how you know a game's fired up.
But then I don't know why Luke Shaw got the yellow card for, because Luke Shaw was on the ground and then Davies came in late.
Who knows what he said?
But then
who knows the way he reacted?
The way he reacted.
Let's get back to the talking point of the impact that this magician Bruno Fernandes has had in the squad.
Yeah, absolutely fantastic, man.
What?
I mean,
it's just amazing.
Look, like I said, the last I think we're talking about in the Europa League draw, where people were asking, he's doing it in the Portuguese league. You know, people say the French league is the farmer league, Portuguese leagues are the farmer leagues. He's doing it there, but can he do it in England?
Yes,
Look,
he
3
can.
goals and a few assists I think he has under his belt already. I mean, he's got more assists than some of the players that we have and some of the other Premier League players.
He did good for me in fantasy.
You know
this
what I mean?
week.
He's probably got more goals than Zaha this season already, a couple of games. But yeah, he's absolutely fantastic. Some of the balls that he picks out for some of the players, I'm not still too sure about his penalty technique.
It works.
It works, but it's you know what I mean?
We've seen a few players that technique, you know? A few players.
Jorginho, I think, does the same one, but he's putting him away, so we're not complaining. Once he starts missing, we'll be like, stop with that run up.
Big talking point in the game was the goal that got disallowed against United and against Everton, a disallowed goal. What's your opinion?
When I first watched it, I didn't think anything of it until the United.
I won't lie to you. I thought we lost.
I thought we lost. I didn't really click to me once all the players started running over to the linesman, and then they actually checked it. I can see. Look, the verdict was that he's in the line of vision of David De Gea, which is bullshit because De Gea can see the ball the whole time. Why I think it's not a goal, it's because he moves his legs, which means now you become a part of that play. You're interfering into play.
Had he kept his legs
still? If he kept his legs still, the ball touches him and you're in an offside position.
Yeah.
That's from what the angles that I've seen.
It's just very harsh.
VAR saves us again, but it could go either way. But at the end of the day, he's in an offside position, which you have to look at. The whole you're interfering of his line of sight is, I think that reasoning is bullshit to me. If you're giving it for that, then it should be a goal because David De Gea sees the ball the whole way. You know what I mean? But the fact that I think it was it Richarlison that was on the floor. So the fact that he moves his feet back, I think now he plays a part in that going in. Really, even though he doesn't touch it, like you see some of the players. You know when players hit the ball and they just stand there and the ball, even though they're in an offside position, the ball goes past them and it's still given as the goal.
It's just so harsh. Like Ancelotti was fuming.
Got sent off as well at the end. Ancelotti. Look, I don't know. Look, it is a hard one. I think the right decision was made.
It's just very harsh.
Just because he moves his feet. If he doesn't move his feet, I think the ball touches him, and obviously he's offside.
Yeah.
So
But you know what? Look, it's I guess credit to Everton. Ancelotti's come into the club and actually changed the whole team.
Yeah, they look good.
Brilliant.
They look good.
We said it. Yeah, he's the biggest manager that the club's ever had.
Probably ever will have too.
Ever will have. Ancelotti is at Everton. It still hits me, and I'm like, I see him walk out against United. I'm like, this guy still. I can't believe he's managing the club, but he's done wonders for the club. They're playing great football.
Do you know what's funny? There was something happened during the game where Duncan Ferguson was holding back Ancelotti, and the commentators are like, it's usually the other way around.
Yeah. Duncan Ferguson's a hot-headed.
Look, Everton are doing good things. Maybe they'll be one of the teams to watch out for next season.
Yeah.
For United, I think it's looking promising. We do have City on the weekend, so another Manchester derby.
Look, if Everton keep going the way they're going, Europa, I think, is up their sleeve as well.
They could this season.
They're only 3 points from Everton. From Tottenham, sorry.
Yeah, they could. You never know.
So tight.
But with United, I think I'm starting to see a lot of positive signs. I mean, is it just that one player that has changed everything? Is that player we need? Are we missing Paul Pogba as well? I think he's gone, but imagine Paul Pogba in the squad with Bruno Fernandes, interchanging as in...
I don't know. I reckon if Pogba plays, Bruno doesn't do as well. I'm actually flipping on the other way. I think the focus on Bruno is very important because you've got players like McTominay and Fred, and they're supporting him.
Yeah.
And Matic has been stepping up now as well. It was just a lot better.
I personally think Pogba's gone. Maybe, hopefully we get to see how them two will link up.
Oh, it'd be nice to watch.
With the 10 games that are left.
It'd be great to watch.
But we do know like Sanchez is coming back. If he can find just a little bit of form that he used to have and whack him on the right, maybe the link up play with them. You never know what's going to happen next season. But I do think we still need players. But there's a big game for United this week, and it is against Manchester City. And guys, we might do a preview on that game. Bring you our thoughts on the Manchester City, Man United. I mean, the league's done. They came back, and we'll quickly touch on it. They won the Carabao Cup, Carabao Cup,
3 in a row,
3 years in a row against Aston Villa. And Aston Villa, in my opinion, were absolutely fantastic. I mean, the first half,
brilliant.
Even though they were 2-0 down at one stage, they got one back. But
it's a trend, These smaller clubs have against the big clubs.
I wish they got the result. The magic of the cup, but City.
You see Mendy celebrations, stealing the camera off the camera.
He's always a character.
Mahrez is taking selfies with her.
But look, City win that. I mean, now they'll be coming off a big bounce. I mean, big boost coming in, winning another trophy, more silverware for Guardiola and City. We do know the dramas that they have off the field. Who knows what's going to happen with that?
But it was. I think that was the round, and what a colourful and eventful round it was.
Yep.
Absolutely brilliant.
More and more interesting now.
Again, if you look at the ladder at the moment, look, obviously Liverpool's won the league. I don't think anyone can debate that. They do have to win 4 of the last 10 games. Ferdy's
trying to debate that.
Ferdy, what do you reckon?
Ferdy's trying to debate that. I'm not saying it yet.
Look, come on. I kind of get why he's not saying it because they've been scarred many times.
You're 100 points clear.
Yeah.
You're 100. You're 100 points clear.
I know. But look, if we were to look at the ladder, it's so tight for the top 4. Look, Man City, Liverpool, I think that's top 2. That's done, I think. Who's 3rd and 4th? I don't know. I dead set don't know. The likes of Man United and Wolves could step into that.
Do you think Leicester could drop out? Could drop out possibility?
I'm sticking to my guns. I said that. Man, I said that when they were second and peaking. They're going to drop off.
What's that? 8 points. 8 points is not hard to get.
Not at all.
To drop out. But look, let us know what you guys think about some of these games on the weekend. Who's going to get relegated? Who do you think staying up? Who's going to avoid the drop? That's going to be probably the main one going in to the next couple of game weeks. Obviously, we know what's happening with 1 and 2. But Rami, thanks again for another week.
Pleasure as always, man.
Wanderers won. Congratulations, about time.
Sydney's
seems like you.
Hey, look, Sydney FC have lost 2 games this year and it's been against the Wanderers. So, red and black.
Congratulations. But guys, look, once again, make sure you hit that subscribe button. We're almost at 2,000 subscribers. So if you haven't subscribed and you're watching, hit that subscribe button. Help us grow the channel. Also, make sure you like the video so the videos get noticed and recognized by YouTube. And
get your parents to subscribe. Yeah. Get your sisters, your mums, your dads, your brothers. Just get them all to subscribe.
Rami is giving coupons.
Yeah. I'm giving away a free 50-inch TV.
Guys, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.